Lately, I've been in a rut. I thought this time was different, but I'm just like everyone else. I set goals high with a shitty plan or no plan at all, and I fall short every single time. This is actually really hard to admit. In 2022, after being skinny for my entire life, I said that I was going to change and start going to the gym, eating right, and put on muscle. Nobody really takes you seriously when you weigh 115 pounds. And so I started hitting the gym 5 days a week, and in the first 6 months, I put on some decent size. I was not underweight anymore. I was now just normal. But once I reached this point, something about my demeanor completely changed, and I started going less and less, to the point where I was hitting the gym 5 times a month. I wasn't losing muscle, but I wasn't gaining any either. I became stagnant. Here are some pictures I took in early 2023, and here are some pictures I took this morning. After I had this full-blown Boogie 2988 meltdown, later on November 11th, I sat in my room and thought, why am I like this? Why do I continue to set goals that I don't reach? I needed answers. Maybe I'm just lazy. That's probably true. Maybe my goals were too ambitious, but I didn't think this was true, and I didn't want it to be. Or maybe this was just a blank notebook. There was no information of value in here. But recently I read a life-changing book by James Clear. It's called Atomic Habits. And there was one specific tool that the author talks about in this book that really stuck out to me. And yes, this book is based on habits, obviously, but habits are the most important part when it comes to reaching your goals. Nobody becomes successful accidentally. Unless you're Haley Welch. Then you can. I only recently noticed change when I started making both my habits and my goals as visible as possible. Getting what you want is really hard work, and do you know what isn't hard? Joe Biden. Sorry. Ignoring your problems. That is why it is so important to face them head on every single day and make them loud and clear. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isaac, I don't run from my problems, I don't ignore them, and I plan all my goals out, and yet I still don't stick with them. My response to that is, motherfucker, that's still not enough. Just simply writing down my goals in a notebook didn't work for me because I would just never check the notebook. I would check my goals like once or twice a week, but like, let's be honest, that's not really gonna do anything. And so I never followed through. And so that's when I went to Walmart. Dude, I hate Walmart. Sorry, I said I fucking hate Walmart, but I went to Walmart and I bought this $11 whiteboard. This one right here. And I put it smack dab in the middle of the room that I spend the most time in. So here I am. I'm a short guy, you know, but here it is. I open my office door. Oh, look at that. What do I have to do today? What a conveniently placed board. And this is where I write all my goals. So I'll show all that stuff in just a second, but it is important to note that these goals are written in a very specific way. They're written to focus on the process and not the results. Because let's be honest, setting a goal of losing weight actually does not help a fat person lose weight, because that doesn't give you any information. There's no plan. A goal, if you want to lose weight, should be, I'm going to go to the gym 3, maybe 5 days this week. Or I'm going to eat in a 500 calorie deficit, 6 days this week, or something like that. Let me just show you my personal whiteboard. So I'm recording this shit at night, and when I stand in front of the camera, there's a massive shadow, so I'm just gonna use my hands to talk. I'm like one of those fucking like Vsauce tutorial videos. Here are my monthly goals, here are my weekly goals, and here are my daily goals. And you can look at mine specifically, but not a single goal here is based on the outcome that I want. And this is very important because I realized when I was setting my goals, like let's say my monthly goals, right? I was setting them like, I want to gain 3 pounds this month. When I set a goal based on the outcome, I tend to focus on the wrong thing. Like I started staring in the mirror after every single workout, just like micro-analyzing my body. I weighed myself daily, and I would only feel accomplished by my efforts if I could actually see the results immediately. But many times, many of these things, you're not going to see the results immediately. It could take, whatever your goals are, most of them are going to take months to really see the compound effect of what you've been doing. But since I changed my goals from being based on the results to just the process, I've been getting way more shit done. At the end of the day, there's only one way to get what you want. It's the hard work. It's this shit I have written that I'll go over in a second. Not the obsessing over the finish line, not the focusing on the end game. And real quick, I know I'm rambling, but before I get into this, you don't have to copy this exact format. While I think making your goals visible is a huge game changer, there are other ways to do it than just a whiteboard. Maybe you could put sticky notes on your workstation or even set reminders on your phone. Like there's a lot of ways to achieve this same result, but okay, so right here, this is my monthly section. And right here, I have work 25 hours. Now, this is of course every single week. So this is work 100 hours, go to the gym 20 times, that's 5 days a week. I wanted to upload 2 videos this month and finish my next book that I've started. Rob Dial, we're giving you a chance. And once I make my monthly goals, it's really easy to make my weekly goals. I basically just split this into 4. And so this weekly goals, I have go to the gym 5 times. Today's Saturday, so most of the stuff's done, but go to the gym 5 times, work 25 hours, so 5-hour shifts times 5. Meditate, so I need to meditate 1 more time. Computer work of 15 hours, read 70 pages. Now, this is all a minimum. I normally go over. And then once I finish the weekly goals, what really matters to me is the daily goals. So every single night I'll plan the next day and my daily goals. So at the end of the day, your daily goals are really what's going to matter the most. This is where you actually set like a plan to meet what you want. Most of this is just work related, gym, dash 3 hours. Make a breakfast at home because I kept eating Panera. So I was like, you know what, we're making breakfast at home. I will forget to take my creatine if I don't write it down, so that's helpful, and to meditate. And then this is of course video work. Ironically, this is actually what I'm doing today. So now you get to see you get to see behind the scenes of my YouTube channel. And of course, sometimes if I have other things to do throughout the day, I'll throw them in there as well, but I try not to just clutter it up. Like, it is actually so addicting to write these down and write these tasks down. And once I complete them, I get to cross them off, right? It's so addicting that you almost just want to fill it up with shit. You know, call your neighbor, walk your cat, like, I don't know, like, but I found while it is fun to write down a bunch of tasks and then just kind of like cross them off, like it's actually just a distraction. So really when you make your daily plan, make sure that this shit is relevant, that it's things you actually care about, that it's things that are actually pushing you to, in this case, the bigger picture, which is the month by month. And I also have my work hours and my gym hours. So this is like a clock in sheet. This right here in the corner is how many days I've gone doing all my daily tasks in a row. So this is another way that I gamify this to make it fun. Is I try to do as many days in a row as possible. My streak, I went 9 days, and I did have a day where I missed a few things, and I just got right back on track. So here we are after today, it'll be 3. And this is just a way to make it fun. This right here is my clock-in sheet, as well as the gym here as well. It just kind of feels good to look and see like, wow, I've went to the gym, you know, 7 hours, and let's say I've worked 50 hours. I feel good about that. Of course, we could always do more, but overall, this is a huge game changer. Even if you have multiple days that you didn't do everything that you said you wanted to, actually just seeing it and being aware of that, like having the awareness that you didn't do everything, is so beneficial. You'll make so much more progress just slowly over time. So if you're somebody like me that struggles with the same issues, you need to try this. And of course, I couldn't recommend this book enough. You have to read this if you haven't already. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to drop a like. And I'll see you guys when I do my second upload this month.